Oh, snap. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Go ahead and hit the follow button if you're on TikTok, y'all. We're live every single night. Just about. Virtually. Damn near every single night. So welcome in. We're going to be talking about all kinds of craziness tonight. I mean, all kinds of craziness. Christina Randall's up first. She's talking about a female prison officer facing life in prison. We're going to be talking about Chris Watts. We're talking about Steph Case Files. This is one you were talking about. Mamta? Kafle? I don't know how to say them words, but we're going to be talking about that. Where is she? You will never the searches. We're going to be talking about Wade Wilson and just a little bit of Gypsy Rose action from Nina. So I hope you guys are ready for this. TikTok, YouTube, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. This is going to get crazy as hell. So let's do it. I'm going to shrink myself down. Sorry, y'all. I was not prepared. I'm going to shrink myself down, and we're going to get this thing started. So this is a female prison guard, and apparently she's facing life in prison. You guys ready? Let's do this.
And lastly, I wanted to tell you all that you do not know my side of the story. The media has a great way of getting a narrative and twisting it.
Just when you think the things that people will do in order to get fame has reached its peak, something like this happened.
Oh, hell. Y'all, Christina Randall, she's awesome. Make sure you subscribe to her. She's pinned down in the description.
Before we get into talking about Linda, let me give you guys a bit of some background information. As we all know, prison guards risk their lives every single day when they go to work. It's obviously an important job, but it also can be dangerous. Some would suggest that it's even more risky for female prison guards, especially those that work in male prisons. Women began working in male prisons back in the 1970s, and now 40% of prison staff are actually women. Now, being a prison guard is already a very challenging career, but it is made even more challenging when they're having staffing issues and there's not enough officers in order to take care of the amount of inmates that they have.
Whoa.
We've talked about all kinds of things happening in prisons because of short staffing, but one that we haven't really dug into a whole lot is about the relationships between guards and inmates.
Oh, hell.
Oh, he needs some milk.
Y'all already know where this is going. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. That has to be what's going to happen.
Specifically, this story that we're going to talk about today, which is about a female guard and a male inmate. Recently, female guards caught with male inmates has dramatically increased. From literally 2020 to 2023, 34 were arrested, including one who got pregnant by an inmate and had his phone number tattooed on her thigh. This is...
Oh, hell. Man, those inmates be like, what's up, baby? I'm inside these walls trying to get inside them sweet walls. That's crazy as hell.
50% of an increase from the 19 women fired in the previous 4 years leading up to 2002.
Ladies, y'all like a bad boy. Does that constitute? I guess so. It's crazy as hell.
20. And of course, it is believed that this number is probably much higher because a lot of these incidents between, officers and inmates are kept a secret and are never even found out, or at least they don't.
Oh, hell, I wonder why.
Don't make it to the point that we know about it. Today, I want to talk.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. By the way, YouTube, you better hit that thumbs up button. Let's go. TikTok, tap the screen like crazy. Let's get 25,000 likes.
About one prison guard in particular, 30-year-old Linda DeSousa Abreu. Linda is a Portuguese national that was living in Fulham, West London. Linda has been married for 6 years and...
She was married?
emotional damage.
Oh, hell. You know, that husband's mad as hell. He's like, I got up every day, went to work, and then you gonna go to work and with the prisoner?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Let's keep going.
Has an 8-year-old daughter. She was an officer at HMP Wandsworth Prison. This was her first job as a guard, and she only started there back in the beginning of this year of 2024. So she literally just became a prison guard. HMP Wandsworth is a Category B men's prison in the London borough of Wandsworth. It is one of the largest prisons in the UK, and it is also one of the most overcrowded prisons in the UK with just under 1,500 inmates. Linda's father is from Venezuela, and her mother is from Madeira, which is an autonomous Portuguese territory off the coast of Africa. And mind you, while researching this, Madeira is stunning. It looks like Hawaii. A lot of people compare it to Hawaii, and it's this tiny, beautiful island with lots of mountains and water. And oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. I just thought I would throw that in there.
Oh, snap. It does look hella pretty.
Linda's family moved
to Portuguese Hawaii. A Porch Hawaii, if you will. Porch Hawaii. That's where we about to go.
To the UK back in 1996, and they settled down in London. In her early 20s, this is where
it's gonna get weird in here because this is gin and tonic.
Linda met her husband. The following year, in 2018, Linda and her husband had a daughter, and they ended up getting married. Before becoming a prison guard, Linda worked as a personal trainer, and she practiced martial arts with her husband. So seemingly like a good life that her parents, you know, probably struggled to get themselves out of their situation.
Hawaii geese, yep, Spitfire.
And moved to London and raise her. And now she's met this husband and she has this daughter. She's a personal trainer and things seem to be going good. But then in 2022, Linda and her husband appeared on a Channel 4 documentary called Open House, The Great Experiment. It featured couples pushing the boundaries of their relationships at a luxury country destination. Now, during this documentary, Linda says monogamy is a social construct that I think needs to be dismantled. She also...
You what?
Oh, hell, you gonna burn in. Oh, no. Man, that husband's sitting back there like...
also said that opening up her relationship with her husband allowed them to form a deeper connection with each other. Friends say,
man, you are crazy.
The reason that they think that Linda and her husband did the show was because they saw the first season on TV and thought that it would be a fun experience to take part of. Linda also would go on to start her online business only.
Oh, only cons. Damn, that's a good one.
After this TV appearance, Linda's family said that they wondered if Linda had only done it to gain like her 15 minutes of fame. Linda's sister specifically was worried about...
Why else would you go on TV?
Linda after the show. She said that there was so much talk on social media that she even had to block people on her own social media that only wanted to come there and talk about Linda's intimate life. So you imagine like the whole family after she goes on this show talking about her and her husband, you know, being very open, and they're like, you know, that's what the whole show was about. And other couples there, they're at this marvelous looking country club and they're speaking very openly about being very open. Got it? Well, now her own family is getting people messaging them about her to the point that her sister, who was making content online, which she was basically doing like physical stuff, personal training type of stuff as well, her comment section was getting flooded with things of an intimate nature of her sister. So she's going through and having to block people because she did not want her health and fitness content to be, I guess,
all health and fitness
painted with her sister's intimate life. No one really knows why Linda suddenly switched gears and became a prison guard though. So you guys get the full picture, right? She had this...
Apparently, she wanted access. If you know what I'm saying.
Family life, she gets married, she has a kid, she is a personal trainer, she's doing martial arts with her husband.
And about 15 other people. She got a black belt.
She goes on this show that is,
you know what I'm saying?
Is very sexual in nature.
Oh, hell.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she becomes a prison guard. And everybody's like, wait, what? So it was completely shocking when a video went viral online of Linda being intimate with an inmate. On June 27th of this year, 2024.
It made it online?
4-minute video was filmed of Linda being intimate with a 36-year-old inmate named Linton Wyrick. Linton is currently in prison for robbery, one where he stole 65
He stole that wife too.
£5. And when I mean pounds, I'm meaning like the UK standard of how they compare it to like the dollar. Not pounds as in weight, but 65 pounds as in money, worth of goods from a safe in a luxury apartment. He stole all kinds of stuff. He stole jewelry. He stole really expensive belts. He stole handbags, a laptop, and a suitcase. So Linton ended up being sentenced to 4.5 years on June 7th of this year, 2024. And that wasn't Linton's first time being arrested either. Previously, he was charged with dangerous driving and a police officer. Also, he got arrested for driving without a license and driving without insurance. Now, before he was in prison, Linton had been posting also fitness videos on TikTok. And to take this just a little step further, Linton, who is obviously a real winner right about now, has a girlfriend
right about now
who is pregnant, who is sitting at home while her boyfriend just gets sent to prison for 4.5 years for doing this like heist, I guess you could say, robbing this like luxury safe for all this stuff. Now he's
Cameron, right? Yeah.
Gone for 4.5 years. She's pregnant, getting ready to have this baby all by herself. And then it was said that when she heard about this video that is going around, she had to be hospitalized due to the stress. Allegedly, she was afraid that she was going into early labor because of this. I can only imagine. Like, it's already bad enough that you're pregnant, and now he gets sent to prison 4.5 years. You know, you're getting ready to have this baby by yourself. You're going to do your baby showers by yourself. You're going to do all this by yourself. And then now a video goes around of your baby daddy doing it with this prison guard. The video was filmed by Linton's cellmate, and it seems as though Linda was aware that she was being filmed.
Oh, hell, that's a screenshot from the video right there. That dude's got about 7,000 lotions and creams and all kinds of there. What the hell? Man, this is crazy as hell. That dude's like legitimately got about 30 bottles of like lotion.
That was easy.
Holy shit, that's some Bed, Bath, and Body Works or whatever the hell it's called. Candles and shit back there. Man, this is crazy.
During it, you can actually hear Linda's radio going off. And at one point in the video, it even seems that like someone is trying to come into the cell, but you can hear the cellmate that's recording tell that person to hold on a sec.
Oh, hold on, I need about 47 more seconds.
Then, while the cellmate is literally filming the two of them doing it, okay, he turns the camera on himself and he says, "This is how we roll in Wandsworth." Okay. The video was posted on social media and it completely went viral, as you guys can imagine. And no surprise.
What social media was even posted on?
Linda was immediately identified by different staff members that worked at the prison with her. And she was arrested by the Metropolitan Police at the airport, where she was literally trying to get on a plane and attempting to fly to Madrid to see relatives. Convenient timing, huh? Now, after her arrest, Linda called the prison to tell them that she would not be making it into work and that her husband would return her equipment for her. I'm pretty sure that they knew that she wasn't coming to work. Pretty sure of that. Now,
man, it would have been funnier if she tried to show back up like nothing happened. She's like, all right. What section am I in today?
During Linda's first hearing, she went ahead and pled guilty to 1 count of misconduct in a public office setting, and the judge granted Linda bail and ordered a pre-sentencing report to be completed, which will offer like any mitigating circumstances. As for Linda's bail conditions, they're pretty strict. Linda's Portuguese passport must remain in the police custody, and she's not allowed to apply for any international travel documents. She is not allowed to enter any UK travel ports. The judge also gave her an electronical monitoring device because she has a curfew where she has to be home between 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. each day. Now, at the hearing, Linda's lawyer described Linda as a young mother and a person of really good character.
Emotional damage.
Look, Your Honor, she makes wonderful life decisions. I know there's a video of her with this inmate in the cell getting down, but she makes very good life decisions.
Prosecution, on the other hand, said that this was a shocking breach of the public's trust.
Yeah, exactly.
They said that Linda was clearly...
And that trust got all kinds of breached. Man, they were breaching trust for about 4 minutes, they said.
Enthusiastic participant. Y'all, an enthusiastic participant. When I hear that, I think yay, I'm so excited. I'm enthusiastic about participating in this scene. Hello. But anyways, the prosecution said that she was an enthusiastic participant who wrongly thought that she would avoid responsibility. They also went on to say that they will never hesitate to prosecute those who abuse their position of power. A friend of Linda's named Haley said that Linda had been going through a very hard time at work.
Literally. Oh, God. Woo! Let's keep it going. This is crazy as hell. Who sent me this one?
And she also said that the inmates had found out what Linda's husband's name was and what their address was, and they found out that she had this OF account. Haley also would go on to say that Linda was dealing with a lot of pressure and that she was dealing with somewhat seemingly blackmail because of these accounts and stuff online. She also went on to say that Linda was having problems in her marriage
I wonder why.
At the time too. But she
Jesus, no.
Says that Linda and her husband are a lovely couple and that they are working very hard to save their marriage.
Sweet baby Jesus.
But Haley also thinks that there is a lot more to this story that will come to light when Linda is sentenced in November of this year. Now, misconduct in a public office carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment, okay? Life. Now, it is not clear if this means for the rest of her life, a natural life sentence, here in the United States, here in Florida, if you get a life sentence, that means life, your whole life. But in some places, life is 25 years. In some places overseas, life is 7 years. So it's not quite clear yet if life is life, but nevertheless. And it's also not clear if she would be eligible for parole at some point. Since this incident, Linda says that she has found faith in God, which is bringing her a lot of comfort. Linda's father-in-law, her husband's father, has told the media that Linda's husband was shocked by what happened and that he didn't know that Linda had been doing anything like that. When he was asked about Linda and her husband's marriage, her father-in-law declined to comment, but described it as political. Linton's family, Linton being the inmate that was doing the do with her, says that Linton deeply regrets what happened.
I'm sure he deeply regrets.
They say it's Linda's fault, though, because she offered herself up. Linton's mother specifically said if they're offering it on a plate, then the guy's going to take it. Linton was immediately put on confinement, but it is said that he is unlikely to face any further punishment, and he's not currently under investigation. Supposedly, neither is the inmate that filmed the video. There's a lot of people that are wondering if Linda did this for a publicity stunt in order to monetize her platforms like OF. But when she was asked about it, Linda posted a video message on social media saying that she had not monetized one bit on that video that was released at all.
Hello, once again.
Well, that was stupid.
Again, Instagram. I hope you can appreciate this is going to be a very awkward and uncomfortable conversation for me to have. I just thought I really needed to come on here and clarify a lot of things. First thing being, there has been a lot, and I mean a lot, a tremendous amount of fake profiles of me that have been...
Oh no, not fake profiles of me. Was that a fake profile of you inside the jail cell?
Monetizing off of my misfortune, this scandal that the entire world has somehow managed to be involved in. I have not monetized one bit.
That's really not smart.
At all. This is my only social media platform and I only just activated it again. So if you do come across fake profiles of me asking for money, please don't fall for it. There's been a lot of GoFundMes and fake OnlyFans accounts that are not me. Very, very
the hell do you need a GoFundMe for?
Distasteful for you to monetize or advertise yourselves as me for OF content. It does interfere with my trial, but furthermore, it is incredibly, incredibly distasteful. Please, if
oh man, it's so distasteful.
If you are an OF creator, refrain from tagging said prison. We all know the name of the prison. Please refrain from tagging HMP Wandsworth on your stupid videos. And lastly, I wanted to tell you all that you do not know my side of the story. The media has a great way of getting a narrative and twisting it, and they
apparently they're
sensationalize.
I ain't gonna say it. YouTube, this is crazy as hell. We still don't even have 100 likes. That's terrible. TikTok, we don't even have 25,000 likes. We haven't hit the first goal yet. Y'all, come on. This is a great episode right now. That's a damn good show. And we don't have anything happening right now. Come on, y'all. Tap the screen like crazy. Let's get some more people in here. Hit the thumbs up button. And let's continue hearing this lady talk about how she...
everything.
Well, you know.
You don't know my side of the story.
We saw your side of the story, all right.
And we'll leave it as that for now.
An investigation into how Linda was hired and passed.
It wasn't me. But we got you on the counter. It wasn't me. Even you had you in the cell. It wasn't me. He even flipped the camera. It wasn't me.
The vetting process is underway, and it is believed to be because of, again, staffing shortages. So what do I think about this? I mean, it's not something that is super uncommon. Like we talked about in the beginning of this video, this happens all the time with male guards and female inmates, as well as female guards and male inmates.
And everything in between.
The filming it and releasing it is pretty bold. That's why I really want to know how much time she's facing. Did she think she was going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it was worth it to maybe do a couple of years in prison if she had to go that route? Or what? The bottom line is that
is crazy.
Inmates are going to try to get away with stuff if they can. I'm not making any excuses for the male inmates because the female inmates do it too. The officers are the ones with the power and are in control. And she needs to be held accountable for what she did. And the craziest thing about it is, I don't know how it works over there in the UK, but here in the United States, the inmates could literally sue the prison for that, for being taken advantage of by the state. Because when you become an inmate, you are property here in the United States of the state. You are no longer a property of yourself. You belong to the state, which means they are responsible for you. Which means if you do it with a prison guard, even if you are a willing participant, sometimes they can turn around and sue the prison and make a lot of money from it. So there's like all kinds of reasons why inmates try to do certain things. Sometimes they try to set up guards. I have heard stories of women doing things and trying to get DNA, if you know what I mean, in order to take it forward and say, I was taken advantage of. Here, here, test me, give me an R kit.
Whoa.
And then later they turn around and sue the prisons and end up getting a lot of money, even though they were a willing participant. So there's all kinds of things that happen. And there's also the situations where the guards actually take advantage of the inmates. Specifically that I have heard of is male guards and female inmates. But that is not what this situation sounds like. There's more to this story that we don't know about. Because why did she become a guard? Just happened to be this year. And why wasn't the vetting process done a little bit more? Because it seemed like she would have been a high risk guard to work with, especially males, with her very hypersexual lifestyle. Because even the most well-intentioned prison guard can be worn down by some of these inmates. I mean, some of these inmates have been scheming and scamming and doing criminal activity their whole lives. They're used to it. And you'll have a green prison guard come in and just trying to be nice, and they can get taken advantage of. And so, in my opinion, to put somebody that is high risk in that situation, they're probably going to have questions of that too. But I think they're going to make an example out of her. I think that, and I think that they should, just like the teacher that was taking nude photos in the classroom when the kids weren't in there and posting things on her OF. Like, that is disgusting.
Is that real life?
Keep those two things separate.
Not the teacher being like, oh, school's out for summer. Man, crazy as hell for that. You crazy as hell for that one. All right, let's keep it going. I think this is some Chris Watts action next. Let's switch this picture though. Man, she crazy as hell for that. That's crazy.
So let's go ahead and open the record for August 23rd, 2024. And first on the docket, Chris Watts finally.
Oh, y'all, this is Crime Talk, by the way. Go subscribe. His channel's pinned down in the description. Give him a subscribe. What did Chris Watts doing? Something crazy, apparently.
He tells us why he killed his wife, Shanann. But we already knew that, right? That's right. Chris Watts continues to blame everyone but himself for the decision to murder his wife and two young girls back in August of 2018.
Oh, hell.
Now, some letters from Chris Watts have been revealed, and he labeled his then pregnant wife as a control freak and claimed that he sought refuge with his mistress, who was everything my wife wasn't. So these handwritten notes are from Watts, who is serving a life sentence in a cell in the Dodge Correctional Institution in Wisconsin. Now, yes, you may say,
Wisconsin. Desiree, thank you for the cash app. Thank you for supporting the channel. Cheers to that one. Might have to go get another gin and tonic, y'all. What do you think?
How did he get to Wisconsin? Well, Colorado, we didn't want him anymore. No, they transferred him out like they do lots of high-profile people and put him in another jurisdiction because we all know they were committed just up the road here from the Crime Talk studios. So now, as you know, Watts pled guilty. I know a lot of people, there's still a lot of people that don't believe that Chris Watts is guilty. He pled guilty, ladies and gentlemen. And don't say,
what?
Oh, Scott, you know people plead guilty all the time. Not to...
Who thinks Chris Watts isn't guilty? Everybody thinks other people could potentially be guilty also, but I don't think people think he isn't guilty.
Wife and two young children and your...
What do y'all think?
Unborn child. Yeah, no, people don't do that. Anyway, he admitted to wife Shanann, who was 34 at the time, at their home back on August 13th of 2018. Damn. He then drove her body to a job site at an oil company where he was working and dumped her in a shallow grave. His daughters, by his own statement, still being alive, Bella, who was 4 at the time, and Celeste, who was only 3 at the time, put him in the truck. And then it gets a little weird, but he basically two little girls, ages 4 and 3, shoved them into an oil tank with crude oil so their little bodies could fill up with that crude oil.
Yeah, you're going to burn in hell for that one.
In them as they were basically disposed of like garbage. And we have a video where we literally travel the route that he traveled, and there were so many hospitals, fire departments, banks, businesses, anywhere where he could have stopped and said, kids, get out. But he didn't. We knew that Chris Watts wanted to be with his then mistress, Nicole Kessinger, who claims that she did not know that Chris was married. He thought that
You what?
he was separated from his wife, but obviously he wanted to be with her.
Didn't she like Google her name? Isn't that real life? Like she Googled her name like a year or something before that.
So what's the easy thing to do? That's right. Just kill the wife and no one's going to notice, right? Of course they will. Anyway, like I said, he pled guilty and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Good. Adios.
And these letters were shared by a guy that was in a cell next to Chris Watts, a guy by the name of Dylan Talman. He was a fellow prisoner up there in Wisconsin, and he became friends with Chris Watts. Now, Talman is trying to monetize his brief relationship with Mr. Watts, and I guess it's working. Anyway.
Oh, man.
These two men apparently became close while in prison, but Watts at some point reneged.
Oh, God. Hopefully that dude didn't watch the last video.
On his commitment to co-write a prayer book, and then Talman then released a series of 3.
What? You want to co-write a prayer book with Chris Watts?
How dare you?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Books titled The Cell Next Door. Now, according to the letters, Watts confided to Mr. Talman that his marriage to Shanann was unhappy. She was really busy with her job and everything.
Oh, no. So you get a divorce. You crazy.
Everything it required, according to Watts. And
everything it required? What, you being a decent human being? Loving your family? Loving your kids? Providing for them? Protecting them? Oh, man, it was so hard. It was so hard. Man, Chris Watts pisses me off. This dude sucks.
Adding that he often was the primary caregiver to his 2 daughters.
Oh, no.
Because we know that she was quite driven and she was selling stuff, vitamins or whatever it was. And let's face it, this guy was just kind of going through life, just passing it by. And, well, if she's going to have to go out and be the breadwinner, yeah, you're going to have to watch the kids, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, at some point.
Even if you are the breadwinner, you spend time with your damn kids. Even if you're the breadwinner, you spend time with your damn kids. At least in my book.
Watts lost a bunch of weight, thought that women were trying to pay attention to him, and next thing you know, he meets Nicole Kessinger, who he worked with. According to Mr. Watts, she was just everything my wife wasn't like with me. She was just nice and not a control freak. We could make decisions together. Well,
man, you sound crazy as hell.
Chris Watts obviously made the decision that destroyed his life and that of his wife and 2 young children and unborn child. There's a decision for you, Chris,
Eric,
that you made
exactly.
yourself. Anyway.
Eric said, I'm the breadwinner, sole income. I cannot wait to go home to my girls. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what good people do.
According to Chris Watts, we knew.
And nowadays, you're lucky if one of the parents can stay home with the kids. My God, nowadays, everybody's got to have 14 jobs. It's crazy as hell. Most people, they got to work a job. They got another job. And then they got to do like Uber Eats or freaking DoorDash for like 17 hours a week. It's crazy as hell.
Knew each other for a while, but we didn't.
Oh, thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
Didn't start messing around until 6 weeks before. And he apparently wasn't thinking. That's right. He was thinking with something, but not his head. Anyway, like they said, they worked together and just thought they really had a lot of chemistry.
Thank you, DDZ.
The temptation was so great. It was forbidden fruit, according to Watts. But Mr.
Eric, yeah, exactly. That's good.
Watts also had some harsh words for Nicole Kessinger, who he told Mr. Talman, the cell next door guy, that she became the death of me. And in one letter previously posted out there. He had called her a Harlow and a Jezebel, and it led to his destruction. So that was a letter dated back in March of 2020. Watts wrote a prayer of confession. The words of a Harlow have brought me low, he wrote.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You sound crazy as hell not taking responsibility or accountability for that.
Her flattering speech was like drops of honey that pierced my heart and soul. Little did I know that all her guests were in the chambers of... There you
They were in the chambers, all right. You crazy son of a...
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. For all the people who think Chris Watts should try to withdraw his guilty pleas, that's never going to happen. But people have tried. They've thought about it. Hell, we've even got calls about it. But the reality of it is it's not going to happen. And when you say that you confess to it, right, all those statements come in. Even if they did, guess what? His own statements would come back to get him. It's never going to happen. But at least we know he is as despicable as we all thought.
Oh, hell, that was it? Oh, man, that was a quick one. All right, Steph Case Files. Steph Case Files, where are you at? We're about to jump into some Steph Case Files. What you got for us?
28-year-old Mamta Kafle Bhatt is...
Mamta Kafle Bhatt. Y'all follow Steph Case Files. She's pinned down in the description. Give her a subscribe on YouTube. And y'all, she's probably in here also. Give her a little follow on the TikTok machine. And y'all, let's get, well, we got 100 likes on YouTube now. Thank you. Keep tapping the screen like crazy on TikTok. Let's get 50,000 likes. Thanks for the donuts, y'all. And hit that follow button if you're new here. Here we go.
Still missing. She was last seen on July the 31st by her husband, Naresh Bhatt, who has been arrested for attempting to conceal a body. He was taken into custody, whereas this morning he had his bond hearing. As mentioned in my podcast, which you now can find on any Apple Podcast app on your phone, just search for my username. I talked about the fact that he would not be granted bond based on his flight risk. I had thought...
Which one is this one?
That maybe his flight risk would be the fact that they found suitcases packed and a passport for him and the couple's 1-year-old daughter when they walked into the home to take him in custody.
Oh, hell. Man, I got to give me some cool glasses like Steph Case Files. Steph, you got some cool-ass glasses.
Mamta, who is a pediatric nurse, she's 28 years old. She actually started back in February asking online for help in a process of separation from her husband, whereas they had just taken a picture of a happy 3rd anniversary surprise party by a cake 2 months prior in December. After today's bond hearing, which bond was denied, thank goodness, a family friend named Holly went to the podium to talk about how she started shaking upon hearing the new details that have come to light in this case. She talks about despite the fact that they all surrounded her with love back in February and did reach out to her with those resources, it wasn't something that she was ready to do at the time. The friend Holly, who used to work with her as a nurse, asked the public not to victim shame her for what she didn't or couldn't do. Now we must seek justice, she said. She said we...
By the way, TikTok, if you want to watch the video with us, come over to YouTube, search The Mystery Project, and you'll find the channel. You can actually see the videos. Come on over.
Must hold accountable the husband for what he has done and make sure that he is punished to the full extent of the law. They are sure that this is going to turn into a capital slaughter case, but for now, they say that they must trust the Commonwealth's ability to talk about and decide how they want to proceed. He said they were offended when he called the amount of blood that they found mere nosebleed, and that the domestic violence that she experienced has now come to light, despite their attempts to keep that as part of her private life. He talked about the new evidence brought up today, such as the fact that shortly thereafter the February incident where she's seeking out for help in separation, in April, he Googled How long after a wife dies can you remarry, and other weird terms? What happens next? What does this mean for this
Oh Lord.
young mother? Make sure you bookmark this so you can find your way back. I have a playlist, and we're going to make sure that we keep up with everything. And if you want to hear my podcast about this, you can find my podcast now on any Apple iPhone. Just open up the Apple Podcast app and search for at Steph's Case Files.
I think
Steph's Case Files.
we all stand here feeling very relieved. Bond was denied. We were preparing ourselves that it may not be. There were a lot of things that came out in court today that we were not expecting. Mr. Bhatt's defense attorney went on the record calling this a, quote, media frenzy, making accusations that Chief Lugo was pressured into taking action, and really, I think, shame the community for the hard work that has been happening. Hear this loud and clear. He is a danger to society. He is a flight risk, and he needs to stay locked up.
Yeah. Whoa.
That was new for everybody today. What is your reaction to that?
One, thank you to the Secret Service. This was the first we heard that the Secret Service was a partner in this investigation. And I will say I was astonished. I think it goes to show perhaps premeditation. Again, we are not the judge.
What is this case, y'all? Do you guys know this case?
Judge or the jury, but it does sound like there's indication of premeditation. The Google searches made it clear that in April, Mr. Bhatt was looking to see how soon can I remarry after my spouse dies? And what does it mean when your wife
that's crazy as hell.
Dies or your spouse dies, something to those. And that was in April. We are Mamta's voice. We are going to look, Naresh, whether it's in the back of the head or the front of the face, we are here for Mamta. But even more importantly is making sure that their daughter is cared for. As of this morning, we've collected over $200,000 to go to the baby. And that's really our goal. What we can do to honor Mamta is to make sure her daughter has the best future possible. But we feel comfortable that the Commonwealth is going to escalate charges up to capital murder, and we want him prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And some things that were categorically untrue and hurtful. He categorized the blood that was seen as the home as a nosebleed. It's not a nosebleed, right? The Commonwealth used Blue Star technology. They will bring that into court as evidence when the time is right. But to diminish what happened to Mamta and refer to it as a nosebleed is an insult, right? No one's going to get arrested because someone had a nosebleed. So we know there were volumes of blood, there were pooling of blood, there were things that we don't want to know about. But, I think a little shame should come to the defense for minimizing what the burden of evidence is.
Oh, hell. All right, let's keep going. YouTube, hit the thumbs up. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Hit me with them donuts. I appreciate it, y'all. We got about 38 left. Come on. All right, this is that one dude. That Wade guy. What's his name? Wade Wilson? Y'all been asking me to talk about this guy. These jailhouse phone calls.
Well, then tell me what happened then. I deserved it.
Killed the...
A confession straight from the lips of convicted killer Wade Wilson, who admitted to both murders he's now convicted of long before a verdict ever came in.
Choked her out, pushed her out of the car, and then I ran her over with the car.
For the first time, we're hearing hours worth
this is crazy.
of Wilson's jailhouse phone calls, giving us a peek behind the curtain.
Baby, will you please see me again? This is going to ruin my life if you never see me again, please.
Your life is ruined, babe. What do you not understand?
Sentencing in Wilson's case is set for August 27th, and that comes 5 years after
that's tomorrow.
After he committed what the jury called especially heinous and atrocious and cruel acts against two women.
Melissa, if you search The Mystery Project on YouTube, you'll find the YouTube channel.
First, there's 35-year-old Christine Melton, who Wilson met in Fort Myers, Florida on October 6, 2019. They ran into each other at a bar where some live music was being played. But the night ended with Wade and Melton together at her Cape Coral home. And here's what prosecutors say happened next.
He waits until he is alone with her, until there are no other witnesses. He waits until she is asleep, defenseless. The defendant says she can't get away from him, even if she wanted to, because he's too strong. And when she can't get away is when he kills her, when he's strangles her because he was the lion and she was the prey.
Wilson
Sweet Jesus.
strangled Melton to death, and after he was unable to move her body, he stole her car and left the crime scene. That's when he saw
Oh my God.
43-year-old Diane Ruiz walking down the street. He pretended to need directions, and Ruiz got in the car. Let's let Wilson explain what happened next.
Oh no.
I choked her out, pushed her out of the car, and then I ran her over with the car.
After all this, Wilson then called up
Dear
his biological
God.
father to confess.
When he talked about these two people who were no longer with us and that he was a kid, did he show any type of remorse?
No, ma'am.
And here's how jurors felt about his crimes.
As to count 1, first-degree murder, Christine Melton. We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt that Wade Wilson was previously convicted of a felony and under sentence of imprisonment or placed on community control or on felony probation. Yes. We, the jury, find unanimously that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt that Wade Wilson was previously convicted of another capital felony or of a felony involving the use of threats of violence to the person. Yes. We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt that the first-degree murder was especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel. Yes. As to count 4, first-degree murder, Diane Ruiz. We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt that the first-degree murder was especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel. Yes.
And here's what the jury recommended as far as a sentence.
We, the jury, find by a vote of 9-3 that Wade Wilson should be sentenced to death.
Now, it's up to the case's judge to decide whether to uphold that death penalty sentence or give Wilson life in prison. That's set to happen on August 27th. And there's actually a recording of Wilson getting this death penalty paperwork, too.
State's attorney, they brought me the paperwork today to seek the death penalty. They brought me like 2 pieces of paper.
Are you serious?
These people say that like it's a surprise. Oh man, I did this horrible thing, 2 horrible things, and now they want to make me no longer, you know what I mean? No longer alive. Ugh.
What? Look, it says notice of intent to seek penalty, and then tells why or whatever. So
Tells why or whatever.
yeah,
Are you crazy as hell?
This is just one of many jailhouse phone call recordings we have of Wilson. So let's jump right in with a call from his ex-girlfriend, Mila.
Hey, baby. Baby, can you just call me baby, though? You don't have to call me dude and stuff.
Yes, baby. I love you.
Yes, I love you, baby. How are you?
The calls usually start like this, by exchanging pleasantries. But this time, Wilson takes a dark turn pretty quickly.
Well, obviously, you know I'm never coming home again.
I know that.
You know. And so, sucks.
What the fuck? Why do you do this to me? We had everything going for us.
I'm sorry, baby.
We had everything going for us.
I know, baby. I know we did.
You were out. You were in the clear.
I was good. I was good. Yeah, I was.
You had 2 years of probation. I'm just happy.
Baby, I know, baby. I know.
With you, Wade.
I know, baby.
I'm never going to see you again. You know that.
You're not going to see me again?
Well, how?
From here, Mila asks Wilson about the crimes that at the time of the recording are still just allegations.
What is going on? How did this happen? How did this happen?
Dear Lord. Jess, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Welcome to the YouTube channel.
I don't know, dude.
How did you do this? Hi. Let's tell me. I want answers.
You want answers? Well, remember when I went to that dude's house or whatever?
Well, then tell me what happened then. I just... Why, Wade? Why?
Because we went to this dude's house, Mila, and Remember when he kept showing us the pictures? Oh, I got this, or whatever.
Yes.
So I went to his house and I did a lot of it. Like he was giving me a lot, and
oh hell,
I was doing a lot of. Huh?
Why did you kill that girl?
I shouldn't have. I'm wrong.
Tell me what happened. Did you have sex with her? You went and killed her? What?
No, I didn't have sex with her. I killed her.
Why?
What?
Why?
Oh, she
Because I was freaking out on those. Whatever he gave me must have been like bath salts or something else. It wasn't.
What happened to where you grab a knife and kill her? What happened?
I didn't.
Oh my God.
Who said I killed her?
People keep saying you killed the girl. How'd you kill her?
No.
You choked her out.
I choked her out till she died.
Dear God.
She was dead.
I knew that you were going to do that to me one day.
Neela, I was never going to do that to you, babe.
Wilson spirals a bit, saying he'll never see Mila again. And to that, she has a pretty honest response.
I'm never going to see you again now.
You
can have everything going for you.
Baby, will you please see me again? This is going to ruin my life if you never see me again, please.
Your life is ruined, babe. What do you not
What?
understand? You can't.
Yeah, but if I have you in my, at least if I have you in my life, I won't feel like it's over. You know, Mila, I understand. Like Mila, I don't want to be alone without you. I really love you, baby. I'm sorry.
People, mother.
Okay, mother. I know that.
Wilson says he's done talking, but Mila presses him for answers about that second murder he committed.
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, you don't have to, but you have to explain something to me.
What is it?
And the other girl, why? She was walking to work, mother.
Yeah, no. I know, Mila.
Oh,
Why
hell.
didn't you rob her? Why did you have to?
Because I was freaking out on the drugs. I was on the drugs had me fucking. Mila, please don't do this to us right now. Please. Listen, I know, and listen to me.
Please don't do this to us right now.
I'm fine. I know you're going to another man that's free, obviously. I know that. I
can't date you. You killed 2 women, and you tried to me. I think you would have killed me too.
Baby, that's you better believe that, ever.
Did you
Whoa.
go to Josh's house and say you killed somebody? Did you go to Josh's?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because, Mila, you know what, Mila? I'm going to be honest with you, all because of you. All because you caused the scene, and I couldn't tell you what I had done, and you were outside with your...
Did you kill her and then try to kill me and then go try to kill the other girl? And
no, I tried to come see you to tell you what I had done.
Yeah, but did you kill the second girl at that point?
No, I think I killed her later.
Nurse KK.
You see?
Thank you. Howdy, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. After I saw you. What, babe?
Pretty sure?
Usually things that people remember when they kill somebody.
I killed her after I saw you.
Stand up.
Why? Why couldn't you just rob her? Why did you have to?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Why? I kind of want to know why. What was going through your head when you're killing her?
Lord.
So you choked her out. She got up and ran. You ran her over with the car. Is that how it went?
That is, yeah, it is. She didn't get up and run. She didn't get up and run. That's not true. I choked her out, pushed her out of the car, and then I ran her over with the car.
How did you get her
Are you crazy as hell?
in the car?
She got in by herself.
So she got in the car by herself.
Yeah.
And you took her out in the car.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pushed her out of the car, and then you
ran her over. Yeah, like 10 times.
Do you not hear yourself?
Yes, Mila, I do. I hear myself.
Does this sound like something that you want to be saying out loud? Can you believe that you've done this?
No, I can't. I really can't. I was on drugs, dude. I really can't believe it.
This next part of the recording is extra chilling.
Oh, Lord.
Given what we know now.
But she said, then you never loved me to begin with if you stop loving me.
I didn't know you could.
You never loved me to begin with if you stopped loving me? Damn. That's a crazy thing to say.
You knew I was a killer. Stop it.
Did not know you're a killer.
So you thought all the story, you thought when I told you I'm a killer, I was lying?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Well, I wasn't lying.
So that Mila call ends, and later Wilson gets a call from his dad.
Yeah. Where are you and her at right now? Okay.
Oh, she said we're
Where are y'all at?
She said she's not going to leave me.
Okay. Well, let me tell you the truth. Do you know anything about media or anything with her?
No. What happened?
Okay. So yesterday when you called, she set your up. She had a news reporter there and had you on speakerphone, dude. And the news reporter heard you telling her you're the best.
Oh, damn. That sounds mad as hell.
They got it all over the TV. Okay. Where Mila calls you a monster, where she says you're a psychopath and she's your ex and you were going to kill her. And they played.
Wow.
They recorded your conversation with her, where you're saying, don't leave me. You're the best thing ever. You know that, right?
Damn, this dude's been smoking Marlboro Red since like 1961.
And then she's like, I'm so confused. So she's playing you right now because she's got the goddamn media there. Now I'm gonna play it for you. I want you to listen to this. This is your fucking girl on fucking TV.
That phone call with his dad leads to this one.
When I was on the phone with you, you were on the phone with the cops, weren't you?
What do you mean?
Like when I was calling you, and you were like, I was like, baby, I need a bus. Baby, you set me up. I went to Joe's Crab Shack, and the cops tried to get me.
I did set you up for that, yes.
You did?
Yeah, I was scared of you.
Okay, fair enough.
Damn.
At least you're honest.
You said you wanted to see me, kiss me on the forehead, tell me something. I was scared of you.
Wilson's other ex, Kelly, also spoke with reporters after his arrest.
It had nothing to do with the police. They were asking me, the news was asking me what happened, and I told them.
How did that feel? How did that feel to talk to the news? Did it feel good?
No, because I was just trying to get people to realize that you run to the police after something happens, and they don't always help you. People.
Whoa.
You also called me an animal, a monster, and other things.
I did.
You did.
I did.
You did. So why would you want to talk to somebody like that now? If you're not trying to, if you're not trying to do something negative to me, then what is your reason for wanting to talk to me?
I have given up on trying to get you for what happened because it's not going to happen. There's no point.
So what now?
The only reason
What now?
all that stuff is to help other women who have been in abusive relationships to get out of them.
You went to the news, you talked to the news, listen, and you talked about your birthday on the news and shit like that. You supposedly told them everything that you thought that I did. So listen, here's the thing. So if you did that, I'm not going to give you satisfaction of saying anything about that on these fucking phones.
So after all this, Wilson himself decides to talk to reporters. He admits to meeting Christine Melton, but says he's not the one responsible
she seems like a sweet lady.
For her murder.
I left her house at maybe, I believe it was between 5 and 6 in the morning. Now, don't quote me exactly on the time frame, but somewhere in between there, if I can remember correctly. And I left her house.
So a question inserted in
go ahead.
there for me to get a chance.
Sure.
So you had no involvement in the death of Christine Melton, is what you're telling me.
That is exactly what I'm telling you.
So Christine was alive and well when you left her home in her vehicle with her car. And
yes. In her vehicle with her car? No, I was in her vehicle with her phone. Correct. Yes.
Correct.
Thank you.
Now, when you were out that evening at the bar, at the house party on McGregor, at Christine's, did you consume any illegal or illicit drugs in that time, either with Christine or on your own?
No, I didn't. And I understand that that's being said, obviously, by Mila and whoever else. No.
Okay, so now you take Christine's car, you take her phone, you call Mila from her phone?
Yes, I do, correct. Yes, ma'am.
This interview makes the news, and after that, Wilson gets a call from his dad.
I don't know why you felt the need.
Oh, hell, this dude's about to go in. He sounds like he's about to blow himself a gasket.
Sit down and have conversation.
I can hear his eyeball twitching. He's like, I don't Oh, wow.
With these media people and go into detail like you did, because I'm telling you how it was received. It was received from everybody who has heard it, and people are posting all over shit, and they're commenting, and the news. You sounded horrible. You sounded like a straight
DJ,
liar. You were stumbling over your words. You were repeating things, trying to, come up with what you were saying. And it really came off bad, Wade. Really, really, really bad. You got to look at it from another perspective sometimes. And, now they're blasting these phone interviews all over the place where you talk about, having sex with Kristen. You didn't even say her name right. You kept saying Kristen, and her name's Christine. So Kristen's the chick you're talking to now. So that really looked bad.
You can hear in the next part of this recording that Wilson's dad is getting angry. And Wilson's reply, oh, well.
Now you're claiming you need $8,000 for legal. You know how much money it would cost to defend your on charges? What do you think the state attorney thinks?
I guess it's a good thing I haven't been
interviewed.
I guess it's a good thing I haven't been charged with then, huh?
Confession.
I guess.
Oh, hell.
It's a good thing I haven't been charged.
No, you will be, unfortunately. You will be. And now, Wade, you're going to wear it because you're dumb. Can't keep your mouth shut.
Oh, well, you can't keep your mouth shut. You tell everybody everything. Listen, man, you tell everybody everything. You can't keep your mouth shut.
Save that shit, Wade.
No, that's the truth, though. You know how sad that is? That's the truth.
My number.
That's the truth.
Don't give nobody the number because I tell the truth. You got this dumb who on the phone with me. You claim she ain't really a fat girl, Dad. But, she's borderline a fat girl.
What the hell are you talking about?
Who cares?
How stupid you sound.
Who cares? You know the game. Why would you ruin my game?
And we know what happens next. Wilson is charged with both, tried and found guilty. A Lee County jury recommends the death penalty on both counts, and it's now in the hands of a judge. Wilson's fate is set to be decided on August 27th at 2 p.m.
Holy hell. That is ew, brother, ew. Right? Dear Lord. All right. Time for everybody's favorite part of the night. It's the Gypsy roast. 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I don't remember how long these videos are. Here we go. I hope y'all are ready. Jamie says you have nice teeth. Oh, thank you. Yo, TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Tap the screen like crazy. Let's get 100,000 likes. Thanks for the hand hearts. Let's try to get 10 of them. We need 8 more. It's those big old pink ones right there. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. We got 200 people watching, 124 likes. Let's get 200 likes. And here we go. I think this is a little bit of Flawless Nina to kick it off.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard got a new PR team because she wanted to fool the world into believing she's a great person.
Oh, hell, yep. Flawless Nina. Y'all make sure you follow her, subscribe to her. She's down in the description. Let's keep it going.
But some events have came up, and
Melissa,
I want you guys to see what the PR team had in place, what she's accomplished with that, and how it's backfired. So let's take a journey down memory lane.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is on the path to becoming an influencer. In fact, she has hired a PR company, and they have put together this PR strategy, which they are implementing to help her become a better social media influencer.
Oh, hell.
This document was provided to me via text message last week by Christy Blanchard. The company Gypsy has hired is allegedly Red Banyan, and they are trying to help her clean up her social media image and giving her ideas on what she should post, where she should go, and what she should do. As you can see, she's not supposed to talk about personal conflicts. She's not supposed to share any unverified information, engage or publicize negative comments or trolls. She's not supposed to use offensive language. She's not supposed to respond to negative press or criticism and announce any of her major decisions. She needs to talk to people before doing that. She needs to talk to people before she does promotion.
Oh, Lord.
She shouldn't
Rita, we might
be posting about scams or fake accounts. Any current statements on anything political, she shouldn't be saying. And significant changes to her life, she should not announce prior to talking to her PR team or to her lawyer. She's not supposed to talk about her divorce. She's supposed to stay away from talking about Ryan. It's interesting that that's such a large part of the instructions. But also, they have instructions on how she can best filter comments and how to use keywords and how to drive traffic to her YouTube channel. The motive here is for Gypsy to become an influencer so that she can monetize everything and make a ton of money as an influencer. Not only that, but they have given her ideas about what she's supposed to post, including all the details about her pregnancy, updates about baby kicking, showing videos of her baby kicking, posting baby showers, birth plans, maternity photo shoot, baby names she's not going to use, packing her hospital bag, 2-week countdown to baby hospital content. They want her to start filming while she's in the hospital and giving birth. So they are
Man, you crazy as hell.
going to exploit this pregnancy and exploit the birth. Additionally, they want her to post about different personal stories, going on trips, and the final thing is education and advocacy. Everything she's doing is scripted, directed, and organized by a crisis PR team to help her reshape her image so people forget that she unalived her mother and people stop paying attention to all of her negative and pretty abhorrent behavior on her show to people she loves and to people that criticize her.
That post was by KJ, but there was a few things that I saw in the PR paperwork that I thought was very interesting, and I thought it might be really good to show you guys. Here, if you look,
oh Lord, show us.
At the top, it says TikToker to watch for baby content inspiration is Drew Bassam, and it gives her username, and it says Drew does a good job at posting fun things and engaging with her content with her followers. This is the beautiful Drew. A lot of people have been following Drew for a very long time. And the great thing about her is she just shows like her lifestyle, what's really going on with her pregnancy, about her engagement, her marriage. And people are actually going on this journey with her, which is so amazing because it makes it to where people feel like they've gotten a chance to know her. And essentially they have. But the thing is, Drew did not unalive her mom. And Drew also did not cheat on her husband, get with the side guy, get pregnant by the side guy, and then try to act like she's wholesome like Drew. Okay, so, but this is who they're telling her to watch.
Damn.
And kind of...
Yo, this is Flawless Nina, in case you're wondering.
Follow the style. They're not saying to twin. They're saying, look at her content, get an idea of how to go about it. But Gypsy didn't understand what that meant. Let's talk about it. This is the beautiful Drew again, in the supermarket, posing with a banana to show how many weeks she is. Here is another one where she's posing in the supermarket with a mango, showing how pregnant she is, and look how pretty she is. She's smiling.
Oh, hell, and then Gypsy Rose did the same things, huh?
Here she is again at 30 weeks. She's posing with a plant in the grocery store and showing how happy she is and the size of her baby. Oh my goodness, who's this? With a banana. Okay. Oh my goodness, who is this? What a mango! Yes. Yes. Now here you can see Drew and her husband. This is at their...
Oh no, they took the same picture.
Gender reveal. Look at that beautiful tree in the back. But I want you to pay very close attention to Drew's dress. Oh wow. Look at Gypsy's dress. And there's a tree behind her. And look at Ken trying to wear a blue shirt that's not really blue. All right. Moving right along. Did we see any similarities yet? Maybe you haven't. Let's keep going.
When it's all tomorrow, let me see you get gone. Baby mama, this shit's up, been pregnant for way too long. Let's tell the DJ turn it off.
Whoa.
Look at what she got on. Look at what she got on.
Baby mama, this shit's up, been pregnant for way too long.
That's awkward.
Turn it off.
I say,
why'd y'all send me this one?
Nina, that's really close. But I'm not 100% sure. How do we know that PR paperwork is really real, right? So let's just hang in and look at a couple of more things.
I decided I want to get a coffee before I start cleaning, so let's go to Dutch Bros. I guess I kind I did get sunburn on the boat the other day, but let's go get my current obsession, which is a Golden Eagle chai from Dutch Bros. It's so good. Also, I got one of these at the...
Good morning, y'all. So today I am going to get my first pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks.
Now, if you really notice, Gypsy also went blonder. She went dark again, and then now she's went very blonde, right? I think that's very interesting. And what is Drew? Very blonde, right? All right. Well, so we've seen a lot of similarities, and you might be like, Nina,
y'all crazy as hell for sending me this.
I'm not really so sure yet. But her PR team knows that they're failing. Let me show you.
That Gypsy Rose Blanchard or Gypsy Rose Blanchard's PR team are now paying for bot accounts to comment in videos about her to pit content creators against each other. So not only are they specifically targeting me and Nina by filing false copyright claims against our YouTube channels, we now have this going on in my comments. So these comments are from this video that I made about Dan. You can click this comment to go back and look. So in those comments, we have comments like this. Hop in Nina's box, she's making accusations. Girl, Katie Joy is going off on you right now on her panel. Another, hop in Nina's box, she's making accusation. Nina is yapping. Hey, OMG, go hop on her panel. Nina is yapping. OMG, go hop on her panel. Nina is yapping. And it just goes on and on and on. Well, newsflash, no she wasn't, because I talked to Nina. None of these things are happening, and when you click on these profiles, this is what they look like.
Now, this is a comment that Oscar made on Conspiracy's page. It says, hop in Nina's box. She's
oh, wow. It's all fake.
Making accusations. I noticed this, and Conspiracy also tagged me. And then I made a video after and screenshotted it, and this is it right here. Now, when you look, the guy said, Red Banyan are a team of experts. I do not think they would do this. Right? Now, this is the same guy, Oscar. Now, I realized it in 2.5 seconds that name looked very familiar. And I don't know if they think that they are speaking to a bunch of second graders. But when you do research for true crime, you can't think that we are this slow. You can't. I'm a little disappointed, Red Banyan. I don't know if I'm disappointed or insulted that you thought I was so slow. Because this kind of seems like my daughter would be running this PR company if this is what you guys are doing. Like I said, this is alleged, okay? But isn't this kind of funny? But there you have it. Her PR team is running amok, and Gypsy Rose is out here acting like she ain't doing nothing. And while they're trying to handle a crisis, which is more like a pandemic that you can't really fix. But I guess they figured, let's throw everything up at the wall and see what we can get. And this is what we came up with. So you guys see that they've really tried. And I actually would speculate that Gypsy Rose is going to do a maternity shoot similar to this.
Oh, Lord. She probably will.
Listen, if I was Drew, I wouldn't be happy, because if the PR team is recommending someone that unalived their mama, child, I don't want to be associated with that. And I just sure don't want that girl looking on my page. Not the mommy unaliver checking my page out every day. What do y'all think? This is for educational purposes only. And I know I can't sing, but you guys have a great night. Bye for now.
Oh, Lord, Flawless Nita. Coming in strong. Let's keep
Everybody's been asking me the tea about Gypsy Rose, and I'm
more tea about
ready
Gypsy
to
Rose. Y'all, Flawless Nita, follow her. She's down in the description. She's pinned down there. Subscribe on YouTube.
To you. A follower of mine sent me a video of Gypsy Rose, and I couldn't open it on February 6th. At that point, I realized Gypsy Rose blocked me. March 3rd, Gypsy Rose showed up on my FYP. Initially, I thought it was a spam page, but I noticed it said Gypsy Rose Blanchard 727. I was like, that looks familiar. I clicked on it, and I saw that it was a real Gypsy Rose. That was when I realized that she unblocked me. So I posted this video because I thought it was really funny that she showed up on my FYP. I felt like TikTok was being very petty. It was like, she unblocked you, and we're going to make sure you know.
Oh, Lord.
Monday, March 11th, Gypsy Rose entered my live. She was on my live for quite some time. I didn't notice it, but a lot of my viewers said, oh my gosh, Gypsy Rose is in your live. When I got off the internet, everybody sent me this screenshot. After the series of events that have happened this week, I feel like she was trying to read the room. She was trying to see what I would say or if I'd be open to her messaging me.
Oh, hell.
Wednesday, March 13th, I received this message from Gypsy Rose, and you could read as follows.
Now, I will admit, I thought Gypsy Rose might have reached out to me because she was trying to turn over a new leaf in her life. I knew it was a possibility and more of a likelihood of her not wanting to change, but I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt, so I heard her out. I was persistent in telling my followers and Gypsy I did not trust her, but if she really wanted to change, her actions would speak louder than her words, and only time would tell if she really wanted to be accountable. On Thursday, March 14th, Gypsy Rose sent me this message, a day after she began sending me messages. In here, it says basically that Christy does not want her really talking about the restraining order, but she already told Christy that she was speaking to me and that I knew, and she was on the phone with Christy and she told her to hold back. She said, I told her I am talking to you.
She did on she, and then she deleted both of them. But I replied to one of them. Like I did the video reply to one of them.
And I said to her, I meant to ask you that, which is why I didn't say it. She then says, this is so you know I'm telling the truth. For your eyes only, it's from Mike Stanfield. At this point, I said, I'm going to mind my business. I'm not going to get caught up in that. I'll let them talk about that when they decide they want to talk about that. I wanted to make sure that I maintained my integrity and I was going to keep it on the hush. Now, if you remember in the beginning, Gypsy Rose said to me to not share the screenshots, but she shared them with Bree. And I asked her, why did she think it was okay to share it with Bree, but I could not share the screenshots? And this is where the message began. This is where I sent her a screenshot of what Bree posted, and I asked her, is this true? Because I wasn't sure if that was really a true text from Gypsy or if Bree was just fabricating it. She says, yes, it's true. I said, why did they not make you delete all social media? She says, no, it's all public socials. I said, okay, I get it. She puts, unfortunately, right or wrong, if someone reports me for any reason, my parole officer has to call me and talk to me about it. I showed him our text messages, and he saw that I was not trying to pass messages through you. However, to appease him and Missouri as well, I had to delete it. I didn't even get a chance to collect a $6,000 that I accumulated in the TikTok Creator Fund. So I asked her to clarify, so was this your decision to delete it? Here she says, it was advised to delete it and I listened because above all else, social media is not worth me going back to prison. I think my last video was done with grace and I'm happy that I could walk away knowing that I said my piece. And I said, yes, I think that's the best way. That's the best. It was an excellent last video. And I said, question, why would you ask me not to share the screenshots, but you shared them with Bree? Full transparency, my followers were right. Gypsy began to change, which we knew that she'd show her hand if she was really lying. And she did. So yes, I gave her the benefit of the doubt when she didn't deserve it. And that's my fault. But she showed her hand and I was able to see it. I genuinely love to see people change and do better in life. Now, I know most of the time people won't change, but to give them a little inspiration, I like to give the benefit of the doubt. So was it me being foolish? Yeah, likely. This is Bree and Christy Blanchard. Like I said in a previous video, they met fairly recently, about a month ago, and had dinner together. Allegedly, Bree stopped her in public and somehow they built some sort of relationship. Now, that is not confirmed. This is what I've heard. And I've said previously in a video that I thought that Bree and Christy Blanchard blew the whistle on Gypsy Rose, because I do know Christy does not have a great relationship with Gypsy, and she tries to make it seem like they do. And of course, this is all alleged based off of what I have seen. But then I seen this screenshot that a friend of mine sent from a Reddit post. And this is a woman that reported Gypsy Rose to her parole officer via email. And you can read below. The person says, using a creator on TikTok who has 9.5 thousand followers. That was me, because at the time that this was sent, I had 9.5 thousand followers. I did not send messages. This lady assumed that. For whatever reason, we might as well put the trampoline right here for her. But that was not the case. I would never jeopardize
Oh, Lord.
my integrity or
Lauren, me too. Don't worry.
anything for Gypsy or Nick. Yes, I feel like Nick should get justice, but why would I help Gypsy Rose get in contact with Nick? I don't know. Now, this is the parole officer or the parole board responding back to the woman. I guess her name may be Allison, but it says to me, I don't know. But this is the response. This was the chain of events that happened over the last week, and this is what led to everything. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Was I the fool for possibly thinking Gypsy Rose would change? Yes, because she has shown us she's always been a liar and a manipulator, and that will never change. Because she did share this with Bree when she asked me not to share it with anyone. So obviously, it was for her to manipulate the situation. However, this is what happened. And I wanted to be honest with all of you and let you know what transpired, because everybody's been asking, can you give me a crash course on what's happened? Now you can watch.
I think we need another one.
Watch my other videos and see what happened during these videos. But this is the crash course on what took place this week. I hope you guys have a great night. And to all of my supporters who have supported me all through this and have had kind words and said great things and let me know that they support me and they knew that I was really just being genuine and authentic and never had any malicious intent, but that was manipulated. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you guys were right after all, and you'll never see me give another criminal the benefit of the doubt. Bye-bye for now.
Oh, hell. I got a little lost there, but I'm sure we'll figure it out, y'all. I'm sure we'll figure it out. TikTok, do me a favor. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Go ahead. My name is Patrick. I'm about to end this thing because I'm exhausted. But go ahead, hit that follow button. Tap the screen. We almost got 100,000 likes. We almost got the hand hearts. We're halfway there. YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. But that's it for tonight. I love you guys. Be safe. And I'll see you on the next one.